Paragraph 1. Lucas Anderson had always dreamed of the stars. Growing up, he devoured every book and movie about space exploration. Now, as a newly minted diplomat representing Earth, he was about to live that dream. But nothing could have prepared him for the reality of intergalactic politics. "Welcome to the Galactic Council," Ambassador Thalia greeted him with a smile. Her eyes, however, held a warning. "This isn't like anything you've experienced before. Be prepared for anything." The Galactic Council, located on the neutral planet of Zenthara, was a sprawling complex filled with representatives from hundreds of civilizations. Each one had its own agenda, and alliances shifted like the sands of a desert. Lucas's first day was a whirlwind of introductions and briefings. He met with representatives from the Raxorians, a technologically advanced species known for their strategic minds, and the Thalarans, who prided themselves on their diplomacy and wisdom. "Remember, Lucas," Thalia advised, "in this arena, information is power. Trust no one completely, but build alliances where you can." As Lucas navigated the labyrinthine halls of the Council, he overheard snippets of conversations that hinted at deeper hidden agendas. Whispers of secret alliances and covert operations filled the air. One evening, while reviewing reports in his quarters, Lucas received an encrypted message. Paragraph 2. It was from an anonymous source, warning him of a plot against Earth. "Beware the shadows," the message read. "Not all is as it seems. Trust your instincts." Determined to uncover the truth, Lucas sought advice from Thalia. "Ambassador, have you heard of any threats against Earth?" Thalia's expression grew serious. "There are always threats, Lucas. The key is to anticipate them and act swiftly. Keep your eyes and ears open. Information will come to you if you know where to look." The next day, during a council session, Lucas noticed a peculiar interaction between the Raxorian and Thalaran ambassadors. They exchanged a brief but meaningful glance before casting their votes on a seemingly routine trade agreement. Curious, Lucas decided to investigate further. He reached out to a Thalaran diplomat he had met earlier, hoping to gain insight into the relationship between the two species. "Ambassador Lyra," Lucas began, "I've noticed some unusual dynamics between the Raxorians and Thalarans. Can you shed any light on this?" Lyra's expression was guarded. "The Raxorians are known for their strategic alliances. They often seek to manipulate situations to their advantage. The Thalarans, on the other hand, value diplomacy and balance. Our relationship is..." Paragraph 3. Complex. As Lucas delved deeper into the intricate web of intergalactic politics, he realized that every action had far-reaching consequences. A single vote could shift the balance of power, and alliances were often built on fragile foundations. One night, while reviewing intelligence reports, Lucas discovered a pattern. Several recent trade agreements and diplomatic missions pointed to a coordinated effort to undermine Earth's position in the Council. "Thalia, I think I found something," Lucas said, showing her the data. "It looks like there's a concerted effort to isolate Earth. We need to act fast." Thalia studied the information, her brow furrowing. "You're right, Lucas, this is serious. We need to rally our allies and counter this threat. But we must be careful. Trust is a rare commodity here." Together, they devised a plan to secure new alliances and strengthen existing ones. Lucas met with representatives from various civilizations, presenting compelling arguments for why Earth should remain a key player in the Council. Through careful diplomacy and strategic negotiations, they managed to turn the tide. Earth's position was bolstered, and the covert efforts to undermine it were thwarted. But Lucas knew this was just the beginning. The world of intergalactic diplomacy was filled with hidden dangers and shifting loyalties. Paragraph 4. He would need to remain vigilant and adaptable, always ready for the next challenge. As he stood on the balcony of the council chamber, gazing at the stars, Lucas felt a renewed sense of purpose. He was no longer just a dreamer. He was a diplomat, navigating the treacherous waters of intergalactic politics to secure humanity's place among the stars. Lucas Anderson's success in securing Earth's position within the Galactic Council was short-lived. The more he delved into the intricate web of intergalactic politics, the more he realized how many layers of deception and hidden agendas lay beneath the surface. One morning, While reviewing the latest intelligence reports, Lucas received another encrypted message from his anonymous source. This time, it contained detailed information about a secret meeting between several key council members. Midnight, Sector 7, trust no one, the message read. Determined to uncover the truth, Lucas decided to attend the meeting in disguise. He donned a cloak and activated a holographic projector to blend in with the crowd. As he approached Sector 7, he could feel the tension in the air. The meeting took place in a dimly lit chamber, with representatives from various species huddled together, their faces obscured by shadows. Lucas recognized some of them, influential figures within the council. "We must act swiftly," one of them whispered. Paragraph 5. Earth's influence is growing too strong. If we don't curtail their power, they could disrupt the balance we've worked so hard to maintain. Lucas's heart raced. He needed to gather more information, but he had to be careful. Any misstep could expose him and jeopardize Earth's position. As the meeting continued, Lucas overheard discussions about secret alliances, covert operations, and plans to manipulate upcoming council votes. It was clear that Earth's growing influence had made it a target for those who feared change. Suddenly, a voice echoed through the chamber. "Who's there?" Lucas froze, his heart pounding. He had to think fast. Activating his holographic projector, he created the illusion of a shadowy figure slipping away into the darkness. The ruse worked, and the attendees resumed their discussions, unaware of his presence. After the meeting, Lucas returned to his quarters, his mind racing. He needed to share this information with Thalia, but he also needed proof. Without concrete evidence, their efforts could be dismissed as paranoia. The next day, Lucas discreetly shared his findings with Thalia. "We need to act quickly," he urged. "There are forces within the council working against us. We need to expose their plans and rally our allies." Thalia nodded, her expression resolute. "Agreed, but we must tread carefully." Paragraph 6. We can't afford to make enemies without solid evidence. Let's gather more intelligence and plan our next move. Over the following weeks, Lucas and Thalia worked tirelessly to uncover the hidden agendas within the council. They enlisted the help of trusted allies, sharing information and coordinating their efforts. One evening, while reviewing intercepted communications, Lucas made a breakthrough. He discovered a series of coded messages that revealed the identities of key conspirators and their plans to destabilize Earth's position. "Thalia, look at this," Lucas said, his voice filled with urgency. "This is the proof we need. We can expose their plans and turn the tide in our favor." Thalia studied the messages, her eyes narrowing. "This is it, Lucas. We need to present this to the council and rally our allies. But we must be prepared for the backlash. This will not be easy." The next day, during a council session, Thalia and Lucas presented the evidence to the assembly. The chamber erupted in shock and outrage as the hidden agendas were laid bare. "This cannot be allowed to continue," Thalia declared. "We must stand together against those who seek to undermine the principles of this council. Let us work towards a future of cooperation and mutual respect." Despite the initial uproar, the evidence was undeniable. Paragraph 7. The conspirators were exposed, and their influence within the council was diminished. Earth's position was strengthened, and new alliances were forged. But Lucas knew that the battle was far from over. The world of intergalactic diplomacy was a constant game of strategy and deception. He had to remain vigilant, always ready for the next challenge. As he stood in the council chamber watching the stars outside, Lucas felt a renewed sense of determination. He was not just a diplomat, he was a guardian of peace, navigating the treacherous waters of intergalactic politics to secure humanity's place among the stars. With the conspirators exposed and Earth's position within the Galactic Council secured, Lucas Anderson and Ambassador Thalia turned their attention to forging stronger alliances. They knew that true security lay in cooperation and mutual support. One morning, as Lucas was reviewing potential allies, Thalia approached him with a proposal. "Lucas, I've been in contact with the Valtorians. They are a powerful and influential species known for their technological advancements and strategic prowess. If we can secure their support, it could be a game changer for Earth." Lucas nodded, intrigued. The Valtorians have always maintained a neutral stance. What has changed? Recent events have made them reconsider their position, Thalia explained. Paragraph 8. They're open to discussions, but we need to approach them carefully. The Valtorians value strength and intelligence. We must demonstrate that we are worthy allies. The following day, Lucas and Thalia traveled to the Valtorian homeworld, a stunning planet of sleek metallic cities and advanced technology. They were greeted by Ambassador Corin, a tall, imposing figure with piercing blue eyes. "Welcome to Valtoria," Corin said, his tone measured. "We have heard much about Earth's recent rise in the Council. What brings you to seek an alliance with us?" Thalia spoke confidently. "Ambassador Corin, we believe that our civilizations have much to offer each other. Earth's technological advancements in renewable energy and quantum computing could complement your own. Together we can achieve greater heights." Corin's expression remained unreadable. "We have always valued our independence. Why should we ally with Earth now?" Lucas stepped forward, his voice steady. "Because the galaxy is changing. The recent conspiracies within the Council are just the beginning. We need strong, reliable allies to navigate these turbulent times. Earth and Valtoria can stand together, stronger and more resilient." Corin considered their words, his eyes narrowing. "Very well. We will consider your proposal, but first, we must see your capabilities." Paragraph 9. Join us in a series of strategic simulations. Prove to us that you are worthy allies. The simulations were intense, testing their tactical acumen and problem-solving skills. Lucas and Thalia worked together seamlessly, leveraging their strengths and adapting to the challenges presented. After several grueling days, the results were clear. Earth's representatives had performed admirably, earning the respect of the Valtorians. Corin nodded approvingly. "You have proven yourselves, Lucas Anderson and Ambassador Thalia. We will formalize our alliance. Together we will face the challenges ahead." The alliance was celebrated with a grand ceremony, attended by representatives from both civilizations. Lucas felt a sense of accomplishment and pride, knowing that their efforts had paid off. But the celebration was short-lived. As they returned to Zenthara, they received troubling news. "Lucas, we need to act quickly," Thalia said, her voice filled with urgency. "Our sources indicate that a rogue faction is amassing support to challenge the Council's authority. We need to uncover their plans and rally our allies." Lucas's mind raced. The stakes were higher than ever, and failure was not an option. They had to navigate the treacherous waters of intergalactic politics with precision and determination. Paragraph 10. As they prepared for the next phase of their mission, Lucas felt a renewed sense of purpose. He was not just a diplomat, he was a guardian of peace, dedicated to securing humanity's place among the stars. Together with Thalia and their newfound allies, they would face the challenges ahead and protect the fragile balance of the Galactic Council. Lucas Anderson and Ambassador Thalia wasted no time in investigating the rogue faction threatening the Galactic Council's stability. Their first lead came from a Zenthara intelligence officer named Treacherous, who had intercepted suspicious communications between several council members. "We have reason to believe that the rogue faction is planning a coup," Treacherous explained. "They are recruiting discontented representatives and amassing resources to challenge the Council's authority." Lucas and Thalia knew they needed to act swiftly. They convened a meeting with their closest allies, including Ambassador Corin from Valtoria, to devise a plan. "We need to identify the leaders of this faction and expose their plans," Thalia said. "But we must be cautious. Any misstep could escalate the situation and lead to open conflict." Corin nodded. "Agreed. We should approach this with precision." Paragraph 11. I will deploy Valtorian intelligence resources to assist in gathering information. Over the following weeks, Lucas and his allies worked tirelessly to uncover the rogue faction's network. They intercepted communications, tracked financial transactions, and monitored suspicious activities within the Council. One evening, as Lucas was poring over intercepted messages, he found a crucial piece of evidence. A coded message revealed the location of a secret meeting between the faction's leaders. "Thalia, we have a lead," Lucas said, showing her the message. "We need to act now. This could be our chance to expose their plans. Thalia agreed. Let's assemble a team and move quickly. We can't afford to let this opportunity slip away. Under the cover of darkness, Lucas, Thalia, and a small team of trusted allies infiltrated the meeting location. It was a secluded facility on the outskirts of Zenthara, heavily guarded and fortified. As they approached, Lucas activated a cloaking device to conceal their presence. They slipped past the guards and positioned themselves near the meeting chamber, where they could overhear the discussions inside. We have the support of several key council members, one of the faction leaders boasted. Once we strike, the council will be powerless to stop us. Another voice, filled with determination, added, we must act decisively. Paragraph 12. The council's authority has waned, and it's time for a new order. Lucas's heart raced. They had the evidence they needed. He signaled to Thalia, and they began recording the conversation, capturing every detail. Suddenly, a guard detected their presence. An alarm blared, and chaos erupted as the faction's members scrambled to secure their plans. Move! We need to get out of here, Thalia shouted, leading the team towards the exit. They fought their way through the facility, narrowly escaping capture. With the evidence in hand, they returned to the council chamber to present their findings. The next day, during a council session, Thalia and Lucas revealed the recordings, exposing the rogue faction's plans to the assembly. This is treachery of the highest order, Thalia declared. These individuals sought to undermine the very foundations of our council. We must act swiftly to bring them to justice. The council erupted in outrage, and swift action was taken to apprehend the conspirators. The rogue faction's influence was dismantled, and their leaders were removed from their positions of power. As the dust settled, Lucas felt a sense of relief. They had averted a major crisis and secured the council's stability. But he knew that the challenges were far from over. Thalia approached him, her expression one of determination. Paragraph 13. We've won this battle, Lucas, but we must remain vigilant. The world of intergalactic politics is ever-changing, and new threats will arise. Lucas nodded, his resolve unwavering. We'll face them together, Thalia. We've proven that unity and cooperation can overcome even the greatest challenges. Let's continue to build a future of peace and stability. As they stood in the council chamber, surrounded by their allies, Lucas felt a renewed sense of purpose. He was not just a diplomat. He was a guardian of peace, dedicated to securing humanity's place among the stars. Together, they would navigate the treacherous waters of intergalactic politics and protect the fragile balance of the Galactic Council. With the rogue faction dismantled and the Galactic Council's stability restored, Lucas Anderson and Ambassador Thalia focused on strengthening the alliances they had forged. The events of the past months had shown the importance of unity and cooperation in the face of adversity. One morning, as Lucas was reviewing the latest diplomatic initiatives, he received a message from Ambassador Corin. Lucas, we have a situation that requires your immediate attention. Paragraph 14. The Thalarians have requested an emergency meeting to discuss a potential threat to our alliance. Lucas and Thalia quickly made their way to the council chamber, where representatives from the Thalarians, Valtorians, and other key allies had gathered. Ambassador Lyra from the Thalarians addressed the assembly. We have received intelligence that a new faction is emerging, one that seeks to exploit the recent turmoil within the council, Lyra explained. They aim to destabilize our alliances and sow discord among us. Thalia's expression grew serious. We cannot allow this to happen. The stability of the council depends on our unity. We must act swiftly to counter this threat. Lucas spoke up. We need to gather more intelligence and identify the leaders of this new faction. Once we have the information, we can devise a strategy to neutralize their efforts. Corin nodded in agreement. Valtoria will provide our intelligence resources. Together we will uncover their plans and ensure the security of our alliances. Over the following weeks, Lucas and his allies worked tirelessly to gather information on the emerging faction. They intercepted communications, tracked movements, and identified key players within the group. One evening, as Lucas was analyzing the latest intelligence reports, he discovered a crucial piece of information. Paragraph 15. The faction's leaders were planning a coordinated attack on several key council installations, aiming to create chaos and weaken the alliances. "Thalia, we have the information we need," Lucas said, showing her the data. "We need to act now to prevent their plans from coming to fruition." Thalia agreed. "Let's assemble our allies and coordinate a response. We must stop this threat before it escalates." Lucas, Thalia, and their allies worked tirelessly to prepare for the impending attack. They devised defensive strategies, reinforced vulnerable installations, and coordinated patrols to intercept any hostile movements. When the faction finally made their move, they were met with a united front. The battle was intense, but the combined strength and determination of the allied civilizations prevailed. The faction's forces were defeated, and their leaders were arrested. In the aftermath, the Galactic Council praised Lucas, Thalia, and their allies for their bravery and leadership. The victory strengthened the bonds between the allied civilizations, proving that unity and cooperation were the galaxy's greatest strengths. As Lucas stood once more on the balcony of the council chamber, gazing at the stars, he felt an unshakable resolve. He knew the work of diplomacy and peacekeeping would never be done, but he was ready for whatever came next. Humanity had earned its place among the stars, and Lucas Anderson would ensure it stayed there.